We've got to survive. You must survive. That's the great thing we're all working under. And pounding it out day after day in anxiety. Because this is a description of anxiety. Anxiety is the fear that one of a pair of opposites might cancel the other. And if by any chance, by any means, you find out that that is not so, you have an entirely new attitude to what human beings are doing, which may be very creative, but which also may be very dangerous. You see through the game.
This is ridiculous. I am running out of room in my second garage. The hood is here for the M2. This is the same hood that I did on the F30. It's a GTS style hood. Huge shout out to Souvenir for sending this out. I'm gonna link it down in the description if you guys are interested in one. So this video is gonna span over a couple of weeks because this hood is going to be sent off to paint, get prepped and painted at the paint shop, and then it's gonna come back. We're gonna install it and show you guys what it looks like. On our way to paint right now. I got Lewis in the box truck. Cosmetics. Dude, that was really interesting. I've never been involved in like the paint selection process. It's like a $15,000 reader that they put up to your car and they scan the paint and they pull out a bunch of different paint swatches. And it's a crazy process. I've never been involved in that, but these guys are gonna crush it. The guy I'm working with is Jeff at Cosmetics. I'm gonna take care of it and I'm gonna pick it up, I think this week, Friday, he said. So they're also painting the little center grill, that little grill piece, gloss black. And they're taking out just a couple of little like light dings that probably happen in shipping. They're gonna take care of all that for me. Literally, I'll just be able to pick it up, head over to Sensational and put the hood on with Lewis. So also pretty cool, Souvenir sent over more of these like carbon fiber textured little organizers. They have like these little pouches in them. These are pretty sweet. You can put them in your trunk to like hold all your detailing products, but what I like to do is actually use them on my shelves. I'm gonna put all my detailing products in here, organize them. You can see I have them over here. I have a bunch of car parts. I have tools, random parts, more car parts. I just like them because they like organize everything. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna link these down below. Go ahead and pick them up, but I'm gonna organize all of my detailing stuff and throw them in here. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a total mess right now. Like I have random brushes, adhesive. I wanna take all this stuff and just organize it in these and then throw it up there and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. So there you go. So much cleaner. Got all my detailing rags, mitts in here, random like adhesives, paint stuff, brushes, and then all of the detailing products in there. So these are actually pretty convenient, I'm not gonna lie. Day number, I don't know what day number this is for the hood. We're on the hood video. Dude, I'm doing so many videos right now, I can't even keep up. So we're headed to the paint shop, Cosmetics, to pick up the painted GTS hood. It took Cosmetics about 4 days to do all the paint and everything, so pretty quick for a really, really good job. It's gonna take about 2 weeks for the paint to fully cure. They twice baked it, fully cured before I can go ahead and put the PPF on the hood. Because of course I wanna protect the hood once we get it on the car, but you do have to wait a little bit, so I have to be kind of careful driving on freeways just to not go behind any giant trucks that are flipping up rocks onto the front of my car. Other than that, they did a really good job. We're gonna go pick it up right now, head over to Sensational and install it on the car. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like, dude. I'm so stoked. It looked really, really good on the F30, but the F30 didn't have those wide hips. It didn't really support the aggression of the hood like I think that this car will. So, yeah, I'm stoked. All right, pulling up to Carsmetics. Let's see what's popping. At the shop, Sensational. Picked up the hood, dude. The hood, look, it's so glossy. It looks so good. It looks so good. I can't wait to show you guys. It's in the car right now. So this is the exact same process as when we did the F30 hood. I'm gonna show you guys all the things that you need to take out, the windshield washer nozzles, all of the tubing that runs with that, the little plastic pieces. So you got these little guys, and these are simple. You just press those two down, pull it out. This whole thing screws out. For these, they just screw right out, and then you pop these out. And then obviously you have your hinges, 2 bolts over there. These guys literally just pull out. You can use A-pliers, or sometimes you can just even do it with your fingers. But a lot of this stuff just pops right out like that. And then you run it, and it should be all the same holes in the new one, so it should just really bolt right up. On the F30, we did have to move the fender a little bit. I think we moved everything a little bit this way on the F30 because of the fitment, and we also adjusted the front bumper, but we're not going to do any of that until we throw it on. We could just get lucky and it could just be perfect, or anytime you're doing aftermarket stuff, there is that probability of a little bit of fitment issue, so you do have to adjust some things to make it work. And also it's like surprisingly light. Like it's still metal, but it's really, really light in comparison to this one. The reason I didn't do carbon is because I didn't want to run carbon. First of all, carbon's like 3 times the price. Second of all, I didn't want to have any exposed carbon on the top. I'm just not really a big fan of carbon fiber hoods exposed. Not really my thing. I'd rather do the clean paint match looks, so that's what we went with. Carsmetics, dude, shout out to them. They did a killer job on this hood. So if you're in Charlotte, North Carolina, need someone to paint your stuff, Carsmetics, way to go. All right, so let's start taking off this hood, put it over there, and then pull out the new hood and put it on the car. So as you saw, we put on all of the windshield washer stuff, all of the little plastic parts. This hood, I can definitely tell that this hood from my last hood on the F30 is much nicer. The quality of it feels a lot better, and there are far more OEM holes, like all of these little holes here. Like the last one, the F30 didn't have these, but this one actually has the factory holes for these plugs, and then all these little plastic pieces that came off. Everything just pretty much bolted up. It was like an exact fitment. We haven't closed it yet, so we don't know how the fitment is. I'm waiting on Lewis, he's working with a customer, but once he's done, I'm gonna go ahead and, that's the big moment. Close it and see what happens. Transferring everything over is very, very simple. We left these relatively loose right now because we don't know if we need to adjust anything when we actually drop it, but I will let you guys know. I was gonna look at it first, make sure it's kind of there. No, not bad. So it probably needs to move. Yeah, it's really tight. That way? Yeah. Oh, you know what it probably is? It probably needs to come up on the hinge. All right, so we got the hood on. We've got it on, and I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit about what we did in order to make it fit perfectly. The 2 hood hinges. We basically moved everything over this way a little bit, and then I ended up moving the bumper in a little more, and then we ended up moving both fenders in a little bit. Other than that, it's really good fitment. We have the gaps, as you can see, Gaps are consistent all the way through up top, coming around the side. Gaps are good. That is a very, very solid gap treatment on an aftermarket hood. So I'm just walking you guys around. I mean, that is about as good as you're going to get on an aftermarket hood. I've seen OEM hoods that are worse. So that's where we're at. It looks freaking sick, man. It looks so good. So good. So it's kind of hard to see the definition with all of these lights in here, but once we pull it outside, you guys are gonna be able to see it a little bit better. Oh, you can really see it right there. That big old hump. Big old hump. So we got the inside is gloss black, and then we have the hump. I'm also gonna be creating a block off plate on the inside of this, so the water cannot get in there. Right now it's just a see-through vent, but once I get my hands on it, I'm gonna take it out and I'm actually gonna put a plastic blocking plate on the back. I might just plastic weld it to eliminate any water from getting inside. It's not bad for the engine, but it does leave a mess when you wash it. Man, this looks sick. Lewis, thank you for your help. I'm gonna pull this outside so you guys can see it, and then we're gonna go do a little photo shoot, a little video shoot, and give you the full Monty in all her essence. It's kind of hard to see the definition. So it's way different having this hood on this car than it was the F30, because the F30 was like this darker color that shows a lot of these features, these curves. And that's one thing about the Alpine White that I will say, you lose a lot of the curvature from having the Alpine White. Any darker car, you can really see all of these angles and how it flows. But I think in a different lighting, you guys will be able to see a little more of the curvature of the hood. But it does look really good, and Carsmetic did a fantastic job on painting this hood. Oh yeah. All right, so the install wasn't bad. Probably took us about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Not long at all. All right, I'm gonna catch you guys outside. right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little video of the M2. Dude, this thing is looking so good. I'm so proud of how far it's come in just 6 weeks of ownership that I've had this car. It's just come such a long way. So the hood looks fantastic, man. I'm really, really happy with it. There's much more definition out in like the natural light, in the sunlight, and like in the shade. You can actually tell that it is a GTS hood. And the funny thing about this hood on this car, it just looks like this car should have came with this hood. Like, it feels like an OEM factory hood. It looks so good, dude. I'm so stoked about it. So this car has come a long way, you guys. This is pretty much wrapping up the majority of the aesthetic things, besides wheels and like a couple of other small things that I have for the car. This is pretty much the tail end of all of the cosmetic aesthetic stuff. We're gonna be heading into performance next, and I'm so stoked to do performance. As you guys saw in one of my other videos, we have full bolt-ons, tune, downpipes, all the good stuff, and then dynos. So I just want to thank you guys for tagging along on this little journey with the M2. It's been an absolute blast. Ton more content coming on it. Huge shout out to Souvenir for sending out this hood. If you guys are interested in one for your F30, F80, F82, F87, any BMW, I'm gonna link it down in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, hit that bell notification. Just like that, this video is over, and we're out. Peace.